Hello everyone. Welcome to your tutorial. Um, I'm excited for two reasons. Reason number one, um, this is our first time using videos as a way of teaching. It's nice because you can put translation in whatever language you want, and you can pause the video, move the video back, skip parts of the video, do whatever you got to do. So that's reason number one. Reason number two. Today we're gonna make music on our computers for the first time, which is really exciting. All right, so let's get to it. We are using a software called Soundtrap. I think we used it like a month ago. Um, but now we have even better versions of it. So let's try it. Um, First step, go on Google and on the search bar, write Soundtrap like this. Um, and I'm already logged in. Let me log out to show you how to do that. Um, as soon as you write Soundtrap on your Google, it should look like this. And then press the login button. Log in with Google. This may take a while. Sometimes it gets a little slow in this part. You should have a Google account, school account displayed right here. I have a teacher account, so I'm going to press on this. You press on your own student account. So at this point, if it's giving you any trouble, just raise your hand and we'll come help. Okay, great. So once you log in, you should see a page that looks roughly like this, maybe a little different, because you have a student account, I have a teacher account. And if you want to make a new project, you press Enter Studio. Once you do, you'll start having um, projects like this displayed right here, and they save automatically every project that you do, so you can just click on them if you want to come back to it later. Okay? So, let's do it. Enter Studio. What we are going to do, we're going to press music. And first thing first, where it says untitled song, click on that and change it to the title of project music project 1. Great. Excellent. Step number 2, um, for my Spanish speaking friends, go to settings, languages, and you can pick any of the languages here. Unfortunately, they don't have Mandarin, um, but they do have Spanish. Okay, great. Now we're here. We got through the boring stuff. Let's do the fun stuff. Click here, add new track. Um, Drum machine. And then don't click Smart Drummer, click Patterns Beat Maker. And you should see three things that are different. First of all, you have this right here. This is your track, your drum track. This is where it lives. Second thing, here's your playground. Here's where you're gonna make the drum beat. And then there's a third thing, which is what we're gonna look at first, which is this. So this is what we call a loop bar. And now that we have an instrument over here, we can see the loop bar. What is a loop bar? A loop bar is a way you can loop, meaning repeat the same part of a piece of music over and over and over and over and over again. And that's useful because the way we're going to make a drum beat is we're going to make a little drum beat, and then we're going to copy, paste it, and then we're going to change things in the middle. So it's important to be able to just hear the same part of the music over and over and over again. So we're going to click on this. So it's orange. And then we're going to move it so it reaches a number 2. And you can already see that this part, you can't press on it anymore because now we're just focusing on this loop. Okay, great. So we're going to test this loop and make sure it works fine. I'm sure it does, but this is our way of practicing. I want to draw your attention to this cursor. this line thing. This line thing is shows you where you are, where you're at in the music. So as I move it, you can see this dot over here is moving too. Um, and if I press the space bar, you can see this dot right here. You can see how it's moving in the same speed that this is moving right here. Make sense? And because our loop thing is working, the loop bar, whenever it reaches this part, it goes back to the beginning. Okay? So you can press space to turn that on and to turn it off. Space, 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 space. And you can press enter to bring it back to the beginning. So space to make it stop and start. Enter, press it twice. You'll move back to the beginning. Okay. Now, pause the video and make sure that you have a loop and that you know exactly how to make this run and make this go. If you can't do this yet, raise your hand and come talk to us and we'll help you. Okay? So this is step number 2. Step number 1 was to enter Soundtrap. Step number 2, make a loop. Great. Okay. Um, so once you reach this part, let's look at these words: kick, snare, hi-hat. So kick drum is like a bass drum. So that makes a really low sound in a drum kit, like this. That's this part. Whoops. Snare drum. That makes kind of a higher sound. And it's this drum right here. And then a hi-hat, which makes a really high sound. So let's hear what they each sound like. Great. So, as you can tell, whenever I press on a square, whenever this dot passes it, it makes a sound. So that's the basics. You can also click on here to add more instruments, like have an open hi-hat or whatever you want. There's tons of options. If you're not using it, just press the X button. Cool. All right. Now we're gonna make a little beat using everything we just talked about. So if you need inspiration, we have rock/pop beat, a hip hop beat right here, a metal beat, and a techno beat. So you can pause the video on any of these pictures and use that for inspiration. And then you can even make it and then change a few things about it to make it your own. So, pause the video and see if you can copy one of them. I'm gonna do the hip hop beat. Cool. So let's check it out. So it's kind of a basic beat, but it's pretty cool. There's a kick over here and a snare over here, and they kind of have this little triangle shape, you see? Kick, snare, kick, kick, snare, kick. And then there's this hi-hat that happens every 2 squares in a really consistent way. So that's a really, really cool basic beat. If you want, you can also make your own. I really like this pattern, for example. Three, three, two, three, three, two. And then maybe we can kind of just mess around with it a little bit, kind of make it our own. maybe add this, because why not? And then the last thing I'm gonna do to make it really my own is I'm gonna pick my own drum sound. So you can click here and there's so many options. There's percussion. I like I like this one. Let's go with this one. Cool. Great. So once you do this, um, you're almost done with your assignment for the day. What I want you to do from this point is to take this loop and move it from one measure all the way to the letter 5 over here. So go from the letter 2 to the letter 5. Then you're going to take this and press Control C. Click here, Control V, Control V again, Control V again. If you have any questions about what I'm doing right now, just ask. Great. So now instead of doing this one, this is moving much longer. And what we're going to do, we're going to change it up a little bit. So it's not just the same forever, never, never. So from 1 to 2, we're going to keep that the same. But from the letters 2 to 3, we're just going to change a few things about it, just to make it a little bit more interesting. What I like to do is to make it a little busier right before it lands on the letter 3, just to give it some hype before it reaches this number. So let's try that. You see how I'm making it busier? Let's hear it now. Yeah, that sounds kind of cool. All right, now 3 to 4, we're gonna leave the same. And from 4 to 5, we're gonna do something really crazy. Like something, you can go wild here. Make a cool looking shape. Fill out most of the squares, do whatever you want. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna add some instruments that we haven't heard before. Let's hear it. We can do better than that. Let's hear it from here now. Yeah, there you go. That's more like it. Cool. So if you have this again, from 1 to 2, keep it simple. 2 to 3, change it up a little bit. 3 to 4, same as 1 to 2. 4 to 5, make it something really crazy. All right. Now let's make this loop really long. This is the last thing. If you just get this far, that's fine for this assignment. But if you have a little bit of extra time, you can click on all of these. If you need help with this part is the annoying part. So just let me know. Control C, click on 5, Control V, Control V, Control V. Oh, sorry, this is supposed to go until 17. And then in your spare time, you could click Add New Track, Loop Library. And here you have a bunch of music that they recorded for you that you can just mess around with and have it play over your beat. So there's bass, there's piano, there's hip hop stuff, rock stuff. Let's start piano. Mm, yeah. No. Hmm. Nice groove. So, oh yeah, that one's good. Go with that one. All right, cool. Let's listen. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Um, this is an experiment for us to see whether teaching through your computer um, is an effective way for y'all to learn. So I hope it goes well, and I can't wait to hear all the awesome music y'all are going to be making. Bye.